Coming up on BG24 News, a BGSU student has started her own clothing line. What inspired its unique name ahead. And a first playground of its kind in the area is breaking ground in Perrysburg. Macy Austin will tell you why it's so important to the community. Plus, BGSU Volleyball are winners again, less than 10 years since the last conference win. What Coach Tomish thinks her team's chances are in the national tournament coming up.
Live from the campus of Bowling Green State University.
Hello and welcome to BG24 News. I'm Courtney Bryan and today is April 6th. The COVID mass vaccination clinics at Perry Fieldhouse began last week, and many health officials are praising the clinics for the number of vaccine doses given. But not everyone can get to the Perry Fieldhouse on their own. Our Chase Bachman is at the Stroh Center with the details.
Yeah, that's right, guys. People from all over Northwest Ohio are here to get vaccinated, but not everyone in the city of Bowling Green has a way of getting to the field house. I spoke with one service who says everyone should have a way of getting where they need to go. The latest census says more than 1 out of 12 Americans do not have a car available at home. Lack of transportation is an issue that affects many people in Bowling Green. And with people flocking by the thousands to Perry Fieldhouse for a COVID vaccine, how does someone get to their appointment without a car? It's a problem the city of Bowling Green is solving. BG Transit is a shuttle service offered by the city. Fares across town usually cost a few dollars, but if you're heading to your vaccine appointment, the ride is no cost. It's something driver Kevin Eicham doesn't mind doing. To him, it's all part of the job.
I think it's just part of our service to the community through BG Transit. It's public transportation for all, so we feel it's just doing our part.
The service is only picking up a few dozen people this week. For the thousands getting vaccinated, it may not seem like much, but for Josiah Goins, it means playing his part in stopping the coronavirus.
It's really helpful for people who don't really have transportation like that on campus, so it was nice that they offered free services and allowed students to come here and get vaccinated and stay healthy. I'm a junior, third year.
BGSU's Chief Health Officer Ben Beatty tells me about 5,000 people will be vaccinated this week alone. And as you can see, some of these people would not be here if not for BG Transit. For now, inside Perry Fieldhouse, Chase Bachman reporting for BG Now.
BG Transit is encouraging riders to call at least a day in advance for your appointment to make sure you have a ride. Of course, one of the people leading the charge in the vaccine effort is BGSU Chief Health Officer Ben Beatty. The vaccine clinic at Perry Fieldhouse is a major success in the fight against coronavirus. The Wood County Health Department and Bowling Green State University vaccinated more than 2,000 people during the first day on Tuesday. They followed that up with nearly 3,000 vaccinations on Wednesday.
Oh, it was just the greatest feeling. Yesterday I was so excited coming into work. It was just so amazing. This has been over a year-long process that we've been working on through our partnership with the health department and BGSU. And so to actually get to this point where it's going to move us on the other side of this pandemic was just the best feeling ever. And then to see so many people showing up and moving through it.
BGSU Chief Health Officer Ben Beatty says that every dose was used. Beatty also said the clinics happening later this week will be student only. The goal is to get as many college students vaccinated as possible. Many students on campus are concerned with the growing number of hate crimes against Asian Americans. I learned more about how we can help as a community at the vigil held in honor of the victims of the latest Atlanta shooting. On Tuesday, the Asian Student Union organized a Candlelight Vigil to honor and remember the victims of the Atlanta spa shootings. Students and staff gathered in the Oval to learn more about how Asian students can be supported.
Calls to action. Take a bystander intervention training. Calls to action. Make your own calls to action. Invite your community in and ask them what their calls are and to hold you accountable.
Hate crimes against Asian Americans are on the rise, and all of the speakers urge citizens to be an active voice. After candles were passed out to attendees, Associate Professor Vibha Bahala from the Department of Ethnic Studies shared her experiences.
So my only plea to you is to please understand history, to please understand that Asian Americans belong to America. They have been in America since time immemorial, since making of America, right? So just be aware.
To learn more about ways you can support the Asian community in BGSU, follow @Asian Student Union on Instagram. The New York Times found more than 110 instances since 2020 in which there was clear evidence of race-based hate. A playground for children of all abilities will be coming to Perrysburg this summer. Last week, Wood County Plays and Mercy Health broke ground for the project.
Rotary Community Park in Perrysburg broke ground for an inclusive playground. The playground will allow for children of all abilities to play together. The idea to create the park was from WTOL 11 meteorologist Ryan Weekman, who also started Wood County Plays with his wife.
We have a son who has special needs and he uses a walker to get around. We went to one of the local playgrounds here in Perrysburg and we found out very quickly things like mulch, stairs. It made it impossible for him to play independently on the playground. We said there has to be a better way. We researched online and very quickly realized there is a better way. And thanks to all of your support, everybody in the community, we're going to see that day happen this year. We are so excited to bring you the Perrysburg Inclusive Playground presented by Mercy Health.
Everyone is welcome. Everyone can find something that will work best for them at this playground.
The park is scheduled to open in summer 2021. Reporting for BG24 News, I'm Macy Austin.
All children of different abilities will be able to play together. The park's location is right across from Fort Meigs YMCA. The pandemic lockdown has freed up a lot of time for people. Here at BGSU, a student has used this time to start her own clothing line. Reporter Faith Zahowski has more on the story.
BGSU junior Shantaris Brown brings a whole new meaning to the phrase unapologetic. She is unapologetic for being true to herself and is influencing others to do the same through her clothing line. Shantaris says that growing up in the social media environment is difficult for young girls. It's hard for us not to bash ourselves and compare our looks to what we see online. Brown has been running her online business out of her Bowling Green apartment since June. She puts the phrase unapologetical on t-shirts, hoodies, and other apparel using a Cricut cutter and vinyl. With the help of her friends and family, she shares her message on social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and her website. Brown wants her customers to feel confident wearing her clothes.
For us black girls, we don't have many people to look up as. Like, we have Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion,
right,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, those type of girls. We don't really look up to girls.
To join in the movement of self-love, visit her website or her Facebook and Instagram page. Reporting for BG24 News, this is Faith Zahowski.
Her line currently has shirts, hoodies, and accessories. For more on her story, you can find Shantaris on Instagram at unapologetical LLC. In BGSU sports, baseball lost their first MAC series at home against Kent State this weekend. On Friday, Kent State came into town swinging. After their first game of the series, Kent walked away with a 14-1 win over BG. The Falcons were looking for revenge during Saturday's doubleheader against Kent State. However, the Falcons fell again 10-6 during Game 1 and 13-4 for Game 2. The series finally on Sunday had Bowling Green's offense put on the heat, but Kent's lineup would remain red hot. Kent State won again to sweep the Falcons with a final score of 10-5. The volleyball team made history over the weekend. The Falcons defeated Western Michigan to claim the Mid-American Conference Volleyball Tournament title. It's the program's first MAC championship win title since 2012. Daniela Tomic's squad is now 22-1, one of the best records in BGSU athletic history. The Falcons earned an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament.
And we are not just happy to be there. We have a team, we have a quality of the team that can go. And if we play again at our level, I don't know how far we can go. I just think we are really, really good. And this is not a team where, again, we are just happy to be there. We are going there to continue winning and want to continue writing this amazing story. And we are excited.
The team travels to Omaha, Nebraska, where they'll play Weber State next Wednesday on ESPN3. That's all for today's news. Thank you for joining us. For more news updates, follow us on social media at BG24TV or go to bgfalconmedia.com. We'll see you next week.